Audio Jungle.
Hello students, so I am starting your next class of process costing number 2. Okay, in last class I had taught you about very fundamental things. Okay, but I had said you that there is normal loss treatment and abnormal loss treatment in process costing. So I am going to teach you now about normal loss. So what is normal loss? Okay, what is normal loss? Normal loss is that loss which occurs naturally. Okay, suppose in a coal mine, कोयला खणी रे तमने जेता बळे अनलोडिंग एंड लोडिंग करछो कोयला किछिटा कोयला डस्ट हे जो ओके इट पंक्स हे जो इट इज नेचुरल इट इज अनकंट्रोलेबल इट इज अनअवॉइडेबल हमें चाहिए भी ताको कंट्रोल कर परिबे बट abnormal loss is a loss which can be avoided. Okay, that loss can be avoided and it is occurred due to our negligence. जेमती थेफ्ट हैला तमे आराम से बसी की मोबाइल यूज करछो एंड सेपटे चोरी हे that is due to our negligence. हम जदि देखि जगी के रहिथां ते abnormal loss हे नथा but normal loss is natural. We can avoid it and it cannot be resold, okay, or sold. It does not give us any price. But abnormal loss sta kichi alga treatment achi, but I will say you in my next video. Now I am going to say you about natural loss. Here it is. Look, here is the question. You have to remember. तुमको मैं कही दिली debit all expenses, credit all income. Okay, as per the golden rules of accounting. So expenses अच्छी डेबिट साइड रे मिले टू रॉ मटेरियल टू वेजेस टू एक्सपेंसेस ओके देन डेबिट साइड रे किछि लेखा यू शुड रिमेंबर दैट एंड क्रेडिट साइड रे कोन लेखा हो एनी इनकम लाइक आवर sale of scrap is an income. If the scrap is not an income, but when the scrap is sold and it realizes some amount, then it becomes our income. So it should be written in credit side. Okay, suppose you remember depreciation account. Depreciation हम जितना बड़े calculation of sale of machine करते हैं मने पका. If there is a loss, then हम को लिखते हैं in credit side by abnormal loss. Okay, in the account we write it by loss on sale of machine. And when there is profit, we write to profit on sale of machine. Two side रे लिखा होता है. The equal treatment should be done in process costing. जदि abnormal loss है ला, ताहले by रे लिखा हो by abnormal loss. जदि abnormal gain है ला, ताहले to abnormal gain है ला. Okay, remember, understand? So now abnormal loss treatment I will teach you later. Now normal loss. Normal loss treatment देखो it should be written in right side. Okay, right hand side of the format. Okay. Bengal Limited produced 3 chemicals during July through 3 process. So there is 3 process 1, 2 and 3. देखो तुमको नोट करिवर अछि where is the expenses, where is the loss in the question. Okay. So first you should be clear about the data what has been given in the question. Look here, the expenses are raw material, manufacturing wages and general expenses. Okay. These are the 3 type of expenses. We can write it in debit side. Now other informations are loss. Your loss is always written given in the question in percentage. So the percentage is 2% of the total weight put in lost. Okay, so 2% is our normal loss. Now again given 10% is scrap. So scrap means it is also a wastage. So 10% is scrap from process 1 and 2. Realizes 108 ton. What does it mean? तामाने जो हमारा स्क्रैप है ला 10% जितनी की भी है ला टन से गोटे टन 100 लेखा बिकली. ओके, सपोज मोर 20 टन लॉस है ना तार में 20 into 100 पाई गली 2000 टका पाई गली लाइक दैट. सो वी एट द स्क्रैप मींस व्हाट सपोज हमर किछि वेस्टेज रह गला एट द एंड. ओके, ताको हमें कबड्डी वाला हला एवरी हमें ताको लुहा गुडी को जो हमें लास्ट रे बिकी दो सेटा किलो प्रति जेते उठिना दैट इज आवर इनकम 50 rupees 60 rupees 70. So now the scrap has been sold at rupees 100 per ton. Total ton 100 rupees is sold. How much will be the amount? That is my income. Okay. So I will write in credit side. The normal loss is written in credit side and scrap value is also written in credit side. So then further balancing figure हमें कौन करो? Balancing figure in process A, balancing figure हमें लो by process B, right? What is that process B? That means the output has been transferred from process A to process B. So by transfer to process B. लिखा हुआ balancing figure. But here दी भाग कर देछि देखो क्वेश्चन रे in this table in the first table you can note it देछि what will be the balancing figure. Suppose the balancing figure is 100%, so 75% is transferred to next process, means by process B, and of that 25% is sent to warehouse for sale. Yes, ता माने हमें डायरेक्टली अलगा प्रोसेस को सब सेंड करू हमें देखो दी भाग करते छी किछि भाग हम वेयरहाउस नै जाउ छी किछि भाग हम नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस नै जाउ छी ठीक अछि से अनुसार हमें ताको ट्रेड करियो. नाउ लेट मी स्टार्ट द आंसर. Look here, it is the process account, process 1. Okay. Now, as you know, we have to write the expenses in the debit side. So, what are the expenses? To raw material, to manufacturing wages, and to general expenses. Okay, see the amount, what will be the amount? Here it is. 1,20,000, 20,500, 10,300. Okay, and note down here total tons amar kete heichi process 1 raw material. The raw materials are of 1,000 tons. Okay, so you have to write in the ton column 1,000. So it is 1,000 and it is 1,20,000 as given in the question. It is 20,500 and this is 10,300. Okay, got it? Now the debit side is over. Now coming to credit side, we will write here the loss. So there is normal loss, that is the loss of weight. So by loss of weight, it is 2% given in the question. So 2% means 2% of this 1,000. You should remember, okay? 1,000, because we have only 1,000 ton. The raw material has been, when during unloading, the raw material of 1,000 ton has been lost up to 2%. And what is that 2%? It comes to 20. Okay, but and this is normal. So जो 20 ton हमारा loss है ना 20 ton सेटा irrecoverable. सेटा okay, that is natural loss. सेटा sell ही परिबन. Okay, so the amount will be 0. Income is 0. Now other loss is there. 10%, remember 10% loss है ना sell due to scrap, and that was sold at rupees 100 a ton according to question. So गोटे ton 100 रे sold है ना आगे बाहर पर कितने loss है? Here it is by sale of scrap. कितने इंची? 10% sale of 1,000. Okay, 10% of 1,000 it comes to 100. Now it is given गोटे टन जदि 100 टंका रे बिक्री हैला ताले 100 टन केते रे बिक्री हो? Very simple. Okay, I am showing you here. If 100 ton sold at 100 into 100, this is equals to 10,000, isn't it? गोटे को 100 टंका ताले 100 को 10,000 टंका. So the scrap has been sold. Now everything is finished. Now remember the second table. Second table रे देखला balancing figure should be divided into two criteria: 75%, 25%. So we should write that. Okay, now coming here, balancing figure, we will take, it is given there by, what is that? By next process, pass to next process, send to warehouse. Okay, we have to write here next process name. It is process 2, by process 2. Okay, or you can write by transfer to process 2, or you can write by process 2 bracket in bracket transfer. Okay. Now by send to warehouse, you can write it by transfer to warehouse. what will be the amount? You have to find the balancing figure. Okay, look here, it is 1000. Okay, and here it is 120. So what is the balancing figure? Okay, I am doing it here, right side. 1000 minus 20 minus 100. What is comes? It comes to 880. So balancing figure है 880. 880 जो क्वेश्चन है मने पाखो देछि 75% is transferred to 75% transferred to process B. Okay, so 75% of 880, it comes to 660. Okay, so here we will write 660. Clear? Now 25% of 880 transfer to warehouse, it comes to 200. So write here 200. First of all, you have to fill up the turn column. Turn column complete column पर ही तुम्हें amount column fill up. Okay, line by line. Now, what will be the amount? It is the question. Then it will be sold in 100 a ton or 20 a ton. किसी question में mention करें. तो हमें ये amount कितने लिखो? कितने टंका में तुम्हें output transfer करें? So there is a formula. I am giving you very simple formula. Easily easy. Okay, you have to remember. तो हमें per unit बाहर कर दिया. जब per unit बाहर कर दो चुके वो गोटे टन को 1000 टंका रे बिकी. Suppose then आराम से तुम्हें multiply करी सब आंसर पर टर्न बाहर करेगा कि वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला हम से सपोज कॉस्ट पर टर्न. ओके, कॉस्ट पर टर्न इक्वल्स टू बैलेंसिंग अमाउंट डिवाइडेड बाय बैलेंसिंग टर्न्स. Very easy for you. देखो ये balancing amount कोड़ा हो total debit minus total credit. Okay, total debit कितने हो चाहिए? ये total कर दिया. You will get the answer. Total है ना 1,50,000. Okay, totaling this, and here it is 1,000. Okay, now credit side total करो. Credit side it is only 10,000. Okay, so debit side it is 1,50,800 and credit side it is 10,000. Whole divided by balancing term 1,000 minus total credit 20 minus 100. Okay, you should remember that तमने जोड़ा ट्रांसफर है जोड़ा हम 25% 75% बाहर करूँ ताकू माइनस करी बनी भूली जो तुमको खाली नॉर्मल लॉस और स्क्रैप को ही नंबर अछि बैलेंसिंग टर्म. ओके, जो दिन सारा अमाउंट नहीं देखो 660 रा अमाउंट हमें बाहर करिवा ताको केमती माइनस करिवा ताको माइनस करिवा. ओके, नाउ इट कम्स टू 1,40,800 डिवाइडेड बाय 880. ओके, इट कम्स टू रुपीस 160 पर टन. ओके, ता माने गोटे टन 160 लेखा बिक्री. तो सी हियर जदि गोटे टन को 160 रुपीस ताले 660 टन को केते हो? राइट इट हियर 660 into 160. It comes to 1,05,600. Okay, now here same 80 will lekho 220 into 160. It comes to 35,000. Okay, second answer एबे टोटल करो. Totally it will tally. It is 1,000. It is 1,50,800. Okay, I hope you understand process 1. यदि process 1 clearly बुझी गला ताले process 2 process के आराम से हिजो. The steps are equal. Only the amount will change. Okay. Now I am going to process 2. Process 2 रे ब्रॉडडाउन कितने हो? 660 और 220. Obviously 620, 660 and this and this because process 2 को transfer कितने हो? This amount. Okay. So ताको हम ब्रॉडडाउन करिवा in process 2. So here I am going process 2 account. In process 2, same you have to take the turn and amount. Turn, amount. Square numbers. Okay. Debit side, credit side. Now write the expenses. No, first brought down. First you have to brought it down, then you have to take the expenses. So to transfer from process 1. The amount is 660 and 1,05,600. Okay. Now write down the expenses. To raw material, to manufacturing wages, to general expenses. Okay. So according to question, it is given here. Process 2 expenses 28,000, this and this, and the ton is 140 ton. Okay. So process 2 करला को 1 और 3 को बोल जाए डायरेक्ट process 2 को. Process 2 रे जहाँ amount देजी, इतनी देजी raw material रे 140 and amount रे देजी expenses रे 28,000 raw material, 18,520 wages and 7,240 expenses. Right? Okay. Now debit side is over. Coming to credit side, we have to write the same thing by loss of weight. Okay, loss of weight 2% of कहाँ रन होगा 2%? 660 रन 140. You have to merge it. तो मैं total रन हो 660 plus 140 कितने हो? Total 800. Okay, 800 रन 2%. It comes to 16. Okay, as it is normal loss, it cannot be sold. Now, by sale of scrap. Sale of scrap. Okay, it is 10% of 800. It comes to 80. Now, 1 ton 100 sold it. So 80 ton के तेरा simple 8,000. Okay, 80, 100. 100 a ton. Okay. Now balancing figure. Balancing figure कौन थी ना? By transfer to next process. So by transfer to next process name is process 3. So you have to write by transfer to next process, then by transfer to warehouse. Okay. Now what will be the amount? First you have to see the percentage. सेठी देतला process 1 देतला 75%, 25%. But एठी अलगा भी है परे, you have to check it down. No, एठी देची 50%, 50%. तो मैंने equally divide. Okay, we have to do it equal. Okay, what will be the balancing figure? 800 total debit minus total credit, minus 16 minus 18. It comes to 704. So 704 of 50% transfer to process B. Okay, of 704. It comes to 352. Okay, so 352 transfer होगा and 352 warehouse. What will be the amount? Formula में बताओ कौन सी होगी? Cost per ton. थोड़े बाहर कर ले होगी. Each process पे ton बाहर कर ले because the amount is different. Okay, cost per ton equals to balancing amount divided by balancing tons or balancing quantity. Okay, so it is equals to total करो तो comes to 800. It comes to 1,59,360. Okay, and so balancing amount is 1,59,360 minus 8,000. Credit side रे 8,000 ही अच्छी बस. All divided by balancing quantity. Quantity एटी अच्छी 800. Debit side रे credit रे अच्छी 16 and 80. कही ची तुमको transfer amount नहीं होगा quantity. Okay. तो पहला कहते देखो this is equals to 1,51,360 all divided by 704. This comes to rupees 200. 215 ଲେଖା sold. So here multiply that 354 into 250. It comes to 75,608. Same here, 250, 75,608. Understood? ये total कर दिया, same होगा 800, 1,59,360. Hope you understand. Okay. Now coming to process 3. Same as usually, it would be same. It is process 3 upon. Okay. It is ton and it is rupees. Ton, rupees. This is particulars. Okay. Write down. First brought it down, then write down the expenses. So what will be brought down? This one. Total transfer is okay. To transfer from process 2. Process 2 to transfer ही कैसे ना 352 ton at the rate of 215. It comes to 75,000. 75,608. It is here 75,608. Now write down the expenses to raw material, to manufacturing wages, to general expenses. Okay, see the question once again and forget process 1 and concentrate on process 3. Here you can see a process C. Expenses are here 1, 2, 3, 15,000, 3,100, and the ton is 1,348. We have to write it down. Okay, write down here. Raw material, it is 1,348. It is 1,07,840 given in the question. Okay. Now manufacturing wages is 15,000 and general expenses 3,100. Okay. Debit side is over. Now credit side by loss of weight. Loss of weight, it is 2%. 2% of total. Okay, totally it comes to 1,700. 2% of 1,700. So say it 34. It will not be sold. Then by sale of scrap. By sale of scrap, it comes to 10%. Okay, 10% of say 1,700. It comes to 170. Now given in the question process 1 and 2 जोटा थिला scrap सेटा 100 टका लेखा सोल्ड था, but process 3 100 टका लेखा सोल्ड है. Process C रा scrap 20 rupees लेखा सोल्ड. Okay, it is given in the question. You can see the question again. Okay, note down here. In process C, okay, it is given 28 ton. Process C 20 ton, right? So according to that, we will put down. Now see here. We will write here 170 into 20 because gotte ton को 20 rupees तो हमर 170 टन को केते हो it comes to 3004. Okay, now balancing figure. So balancing figure by transfer to next process. So question one about there is only 3 process and we are doing third process, right? ताले our next process को transfer को हो. So finally it is sent to warehouse. And it is a common sense. Otherwise you can also check the question. Question में भी से table अच्छी से तेरे देइची transfer to next process 0, transfer to warehouse 100%. 100% मेरे totally transfer by transfer to warehouse. 100% is given. Okay, warehouse 100%. Now 100% means total. Like that you have to do 1700 minus 34 minus 170. It comes to 1496. Okay, so it comes to 1496. And हमको ये cost per ton भी बाहर करिया दरकार नहीं. Balancing amount divided by balancing quantity. Because जब हमर दीटा कैटेगरी थांता जब ट्रांसफर टू अदर प्रोसेस आल्सो ताले हमको दरकार थांता मल्टीप्लाई करिया पे कॉस्ट पर टन बट एठी द बैलेंसिंग फिगर ही हिजबो आज यू नो टोटल डेबिट मस्ट बी इक्वल टू टोटल क्रेडिट अकॉर्डिंग टू डबल एंट्री सिस्टम सो इट विल बी सेम you have to total it first is 1700 and it comes to 2,01,620. Now the credit side should be equal to debit side. It is 1700, 2,01,620, right? So what will be the balancing figure? Total debit minus total credit. Okay, 3,01,220 को 3,400 minus कर दियो 98,220, right? So this is process 3. I hope you understand. Okay, this is actually easy. If you will concentrate, this is easy. Still, if you don't understand, then तुमको तथ्य में टिके बुझी ना हैला. Repeat the video. आउथरे play करो, देखो. I'm sure you will understand. As you are reading is first time. प्रथम अगर process question पढ़ो, so I know it will take time, but it is easy. Write it in the copy. Okay, I will give you next question in the WhatsApp. You have to solve it. Okay, everybody should try. I am preparing this video in this hot atmosphere only for you. Okay, I am very serious about your studies, so you should also be serious about your studies. All the best.